we analyzed earlier today as a potential 10% increase actually increased 12% after our analysis. So we did our analysis um, today. It was right at market open on Palantir. We were right here around $41 a share. And simply what we saw is that Palantir had earnings today. So we had kind of mapped out the earnings earlier this week inside of Stockmate. That's our community where I go live every single morning and trade live with you guys. And we had Palantir mapped out for Monday today after hours. So they just reported earnings. They beat their earnings. They've gone up 11% after hours, up to $46 a share. We mapped it out. We said they could sell off back down to these previous levels, or if they stay true to pattern, they'd be seen as being at a resistance right now, and we could see it push up to that moving resistance right now, or they were at a support and they could push up to what would be $48. That's exactly what happened today. We saw the MACD and the RSI overextended. I didn't get into this trade just because I normally don't purchase right before earnings. Um, I like to not risk my money. We don't know if they were going to report positive earnings or not. It's kind of a gamble. So we didn't make that 11%, but I'll tell you what, we definitely had it on our radar. We mapped it out, and I believe some of our people inside of Stockmate were able to take advantage of that move. So the first stock that we purchased today was Oil U, and we're up about $48 on the day. Now, earlier today, we saw it kind of drop back down, and I was considering selling, but there was a couple reasons why I didn't. There's this previous resistance here, and I was I had purchased, I think it was right around let's see what our average purchase price was. Um 31.19. So right around here. And I saw it sell off and it got down to $31, but I did not sell. And the reason I didn't sell was because if I would have sold, then essentially that would have meant that I um, wouldn't have been carrying out my trade how I wanted to. I wanted to wait and see if it validated the support, which it did, and then it pushed back up, and we're up about $50 to close the day out, and we're green on the day. Now, if we look at Oil U, there was two reasons why we purchased. The first reason why could be contributed to the technical analysis. And the technical analysis, put shortly, if we look on the long term of this stock, there's a very clear identified support that we can see right at about $30 a share. And so it's consistently bounced at that level, and we just saw it bounce at the beginning of today. And so that was one technical reason we saw the MACD was oversold, the RSI was looking oversold. So that's why I purchased. We're starting to see it recover. So that was the technical reason why. The other reason why, technically, why we purchased here, if I can bring up the right kind of candlestick chart with the 4 hour to really bring it down, is I was waiting for it to confirm this as a support, and it did confirm. It pushed up above the EMA, that moving average, which indicates a sign of a reversal. So that's why I purchased as well. So those were the technical reasons why. The other reason why was because we had some fundamentals come out. Two things really. We had oil interest, so oil has been supporting this side tremendously. Okay, so the reason why is because tariffs are going to be a big conversation as any new party starts in the presidency. And so this is something that we could see if I back up a little bit out of Texas oil. You'll kind of understand why Texas oil is there. But oil prices have been weak, as you guys saw on the chart. And what we've seen is Saudi Arabia, which leads the group, appears wary of unsettling markets. So they don't want to have, right, these oil companies that are in Saudi Arabia and 7 other oil producing countries. They don't want to have a lot of supply, right? They don't want to have a lot of supply and then be negotiating with the US about tariffs because tariffs will become a thing. They would rather have a lower amount of supply so that they aren't in a position where these countries aren't in a position where they have so much oil and they have to sell it. So they've slowed their production, and that is why. So um, we'll see, after elections how that plays out. But essentially, what that will do is that will drive up some of our U.S. oil prices and our U.S. oil economy because you're going to see that we will produce more oil from the United States. When I was just driving through Texas last week, all the oil rigs were pumping, and it's not always like that. I've driven through the Midwest many times as well, and I didn't always see that their oil rigs were always pumping, but they're pumping right now, and I think it's in anticipation of more supply that will be needed, um, more demand that will come to oil in the US. So that was another reason why I purchased. So fundamentally and technically kind of made sense. And so that's why we bought Oil U and we are up. If you guys would like to watch me trade live tomorrow morning at market open, I would encourage you to check out that second link in the description. If you'd like to learn how to use Robinhood Legend here and actually invest using this platform, use these indicators, I would encourage you to check out our free book. It's the first link in the description. But again, if you'd like to learn how to invest in tech and AI, watch me trade live, it's that second link. Just a friendly reminder, we have our coupon code that's available for a limited time as we just recently launched Stockmate. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video.